Same question I asked Dante. You're a leader, so what do you tell the guys? You can still get to what you want, but it's going to be a heck of a lot more difficult.
Yeah, control what you can control, and that's what we're going to have to do. How we come in every day and attack practice and lifts and walkthroughs and all that. That's something we can control. So making sure we have the right mindset, attitude towards that. We still got stuff in front of us that we can play for. The conference championship last year, everybody in it had 2 losses. So, it's a wide open conference, so we'll see what happens.
How are you seeing guys on the offense react to such this stark drop in production compared to the other 7 games of the year?
I don't really see anybody having negative attitudes or any of that stuff, or what I've seen in the past. I'd say 2 years ago, but we got to find ways to get make plays and get production out of everybody. That starts with me making sure everybody's in the right headspace, and Sorsby as well, and I'll make sure that happens.
Gavin, you guys had a lot of success there early with Tawi in the run game there in the first quarter or so. What was Arizona doing so well to kind of prevent that happening? Obviously, they loaded up the box, but did you guys up front see anything differently they were doing after Tawi got going?
Yeah, I mean, they started to blitz a little bit backside, and that's where a lot of those runs hit was backside. If we were to end up sealing off the front side, they would hit backside, and they started to bring a little bit of pressure back there. Usually one too many hats. That's usually how it works, and that's what they did. And we just got to find ways to move the ball otherwise.
What do you say to Brendan when he's struggling a little bit like that, when the offense isn't, kind of clicking the way that you guys want it to?
The first thing I say to him is that the offense goes where me and him take it. If I can take care of the guys up front, the whole rest of the offense goes where he takes it. So, he can't let anything, get him in a negative headspace. He knows that. He's done a great job so far, and people make mistakes. He's going to learn from those and make more plays for us.
What were they doing to get so much pressure today? Obviously, you guys have been so strong this season, but they're kind of more consistently getting back there than we've seen in recent weeks.
Yeah, we ran a good amount of play action, kind of where we're trying to sell run. They kind of, would blitz the backside, and that's what they did the whole time. We can't really control much of that on the backside. Some of those instances, we just got to get rid of the ball quick. Brendan knows that, and he did just that. So that's what it was.
Right here.
Final drive with about 1:30 left. You've been in that situation before with Kansas. Did you just feel like that offensive pass interference penalty just kind of rattled you guys to a point where you couldn't overcome that?
Not really, because we were, looking back at it, we had we were, I think it was 4th and 10 when Noah hit got the one hand and completion to keep the game going at Kansas. So we've done, a decent job. If we get behind the sticks or if something happens, we've been able to overcome it. Obviously, we got to continue to try not to be in those situations where we have to overcome it. But everybody out there was confident we were going to go out there and try and win the football game.
Coach mentioned that both Evan and Caleb, as long as they continue progressing, should be back next week. How much does that help with some of the offensive struggles you guys had today?
I think it'll obviously help. I think anybody we have back there that runs the ball does a great job. I think Zion stepped in and did a great job, but Evan's an experienced running back. Caleb's really fast. He draws a lot of attention to him. So to get those guys back would be great for us, but the guys that have been out there have also been doing a good job, though.
Any questions for Gavin? Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.